The idea that pain can be pleasurable is one of the driving tenets of BDSM. But for people outside of that lifestyle, the idea that something painful can turn you on is a mysterious concept. Allow me to demystify that for you. Of all the sensations that we seek to experience in the bedroom, pain is the last sensation that we want to feel, because it seems to be the polar opposite of the pleasure that we're seeking. It contradicts our perception of how pleasure is experienced. But just like there is a spectrum of pleasure, there's a spectrum of pain as well. First, I want you to remove the word pain from your vocabulary, and I want you to replace it with sensation. That way, you'll be able to think of it past its first initial shock of pain and subcategorize it into different sensations. The feeling of a hand, a paddle, or a whip are all different sensations. Some feelings are tingly and they sit on top of your skin like needle points prickling you. And some pain is deep and thuddy and it reverberates in your body. As you become more sensual and you begin to explore what sort of instruments and toys make you feel what, you'll begin to learn which of those sensations you like and where you like to feel it. And soon you may become obsessed with the idea of a little spanking before bedtime. I also want you to start thinking about pain in terms of bad pain and good pain. Bad pain is like stubbing your toe or getting bit by a dog. It's completely unexpected and completely out of your control. But good pain, let's think of something like a hike up a mountain. The path is treacherous and it's hot and you're sore, but the view at the end of the hike makes it all worth it. There is pain that can be excruciating, like working out, but you endure it because you know there's a sense of accomplishment at the end. Pain should be considered in context. When it's experienced outside of your control, you recoil. But good pain is expected and is mentally prepared for. And when it's your lover administering these intense sensations, you can feel a sense of enjoyment or pleasure. An old trick is telling them beforehand, I'm going to give you 5 slaps on your behind, and making them count them out with you. Letting them know to expect prepares them mentally. You've heard the term, it hurts so good. A sexy spanking can feel the same way. The second way to turn pain into pleasure is Pavlov's conditioning. We've all heard of Pavlov and his dog, right? Pavlov showed that dogs could be conditioned to salivate at the sound of a bell as long as you presented that sound with food at the same time. And just like Pavlov training his dog, you're going to train your lover. You're going to sit your lover down and you're going to lightly swat them on their inner thighs. And while you're doing that, you're going to use your other hand to stimulate them. That way, they'll be experiencing pain and pleasure at the same time. And soon your partner is going to be salivating at the sight of your belt. When you start your spanking, you're going to start slowly. As you start swatting the skin, you're going to see it turn red. That is blood rushing to the top of your skin. If you're darker skinned, you won't really be able to see that flush. So you can expect it to be about a minute for the blood to rise to the surface. Another way to tell is if you stand up and start moving, the area that's been smacked is going to heat up and it's going to feel very warm. It'll feel like actual heat on your skin. You're literally warming yourself up. That flush acts as a cushion and allows you to withstand even harder thumps. You can focus on spots that already have mixed signals, like the bottom of your butt is close to your genitalia So you're going to have mixed sensations. And that overlapping of pain and pleasure will train your mind and your body to experience pain as a pleasurable sensation. A great reason to add pain play into your bedroom is because of all the endorphins. When you feel pain, your nervous system responds. Your nerve cells send an electric current to your brain that acts and alarms you to what you're feeling. In response, your brain takes into consideration the context of what you're feeling. From there, the body releases this brew of chemicals called endorphins. Your body is literally creating its own drug to manage the pain. And they can feel so good that they get you high. And then eventually adrenaline begins to rise and it increases the intensity. And if you're slow and steady and loving when you administer these wax to your partner, you can get them high. And I think my favorite part about engaging in pain play with my partner is that it helps build trust and connection, because you begin to trust your partner to listen to your needs and respect your boundaries. In an effort to promote safety, you become so in tune with each other. You watch them more intently, and you listen more closely, waiting to see how they react. You become so empathetic, and that experience, that exploration, becomes a shared journey. You become so involved when you're looking down at your person and you're spanking them, because you so badly want to make sure that they're okay. It's almost like you're in their body and you're feeling that pain with them. Or when you're on the bottom and daddy's giving you a spanking and he's looking you in your eyes and he's asking you if baby girl is okay, and you look up and you say, yes, daddy. It's a really vulnerable position to be in. It's so important to be empathetic and build trust during this process, because if you prove that you are not going to handle your lover's body correctly, you'll never get a second chance. If you take advantage of somebody's body once, they'll never trust you to take their body again. The last thing you need to pay attention to when engaging in pain play is aftercare. Aftercare is welcome after any kind of sex, but it is most important after a session involving pain or power dynamics. At the end, you want to cuddle and whisper words of affirmation so that you can remind each other that you love each other and that you're cared for. If you like this video, like and subscribe for more. I'd love for you to stick around.